In our morning rounds, a real stress test. Some people blame their stress on work, but the new research finds the office can actually be more relaxing than your house. Dr. Sue Varma is an assistant professor of psychiatry at New York's University's Langone Medical Center. Dr. Sue, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So what happened that the home is supposed to be your sanctuary? What happened to that?
Well, you know, our home life is also fraught with a lot more complications in terms of relationships and higher expectations. And we don't actually get to call out sick from our home life, right? The same way, or you can't check out or quit
your family.
Exactly.
But what you did in this test is you measured the level of stress hormone. Was it cortisol?
Yes.
Several times a day.
About
for
6
people
times
while they were working.
Exactly, yeah. So cortisol is often used in research as a biomarker because it's a hormone that's produced in relation to stress. And the study found that over the course of 3 days, people had, across age, race, and gender, both men and women, had lower stress in the workplace than they did at home, which is a surprising new finding because, as you said, we do look at the home as a safe haven.
Was there a difference between men and women?
Yes. What was interesting is that even though both had lower stress in the workplace, women would say that they were happier at work than they were at home. And for men, it was actually the opposite.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the first thought that comes to my mind is because men get to look at home as a way of a leisure time, whereas women pick up the second shift when they go home for the most part, even though men are more helping. And often that for women, the workplace allows them a sense of mastery, accomplishment, achievement, social support, and compensation in a way that they don't get at home.
But on the other hand, it's balanced by all these compensating things that happen at home, you know, in terms of love and feelings of gratitude and and great satisfaction.
Yes, and there are. And you know, when people were also saying that one thing that strikes them is that children, where do children fit into this mix? And don't children add to the stress? And we found that there was a gap between parents and non-parents. So we found that parents actually didn't have as much of a stress gap as non-parents did.
I think that's surprising. So what needs to happen here?
So, you know, I think what we need to take away from this is that stress is inevitable, right? It's part of our life. It's inescapable. We're going to feel it at home. We're going to feel it at work. There's no two ways about it. But stop blaming your job for the source of stresses in your life. Recognize that stress can be in the home, and for the reasons that we mentioned, the complicated relationships, nuanced, a harder time communicating sometimes with our partner than it is with our coworkers. But also that work really, when we are engaged, when we have positive workflow, we really can benefit from mental and physical benefits.
Thank you very much. Great to see you.
Nice
Interesting information.
Thank you for having me.